Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the Mountaineers and a fan base that has been, shall we say, preparing since early in the morning for the battle we have in store. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the West Virginia Mountaineers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Mountaineers offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Williams looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on third and short. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off the tackle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Williams will pass. Makes the grab down the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They're going to run just about their entire opening script on the first drive of the game. 12th play coming up on third down. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Horned Frogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the entire playbook is wide open on second and short like this. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting those blocks, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
TCU, 0.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. It's Vasquez. Hit as he throws. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7, West Virginia, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He's got his man. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. Second down coming up. They move the tight end all over. Handoff from the gun. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Williams looking for a man. Zings it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They want to just keep throwing it. On the move and looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. He'll bring it back. It's Rivero. Slips through the line. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Williams will pass. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They're trying to get to it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down for this offense. They'll go to the air. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. To the air, it's Vasquez. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Guys, a battle in the Peach State today. A lot of red and gold in the stands whenever the Yellow Jackets and Dogs have at it. And here's the latest. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Running back searching for a hole. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give on the inside. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. Running it back, it's Rivero. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The play action fake. He'll get rid of it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll try the run. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. Back to pass, it's Vasquez. Going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Gets it out fast. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
With the run on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frog!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Morgantown. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Dances away from one. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the gun, give on the inside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Quickly complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Really no drama at all to making that call and going for it on 4th down, and they make it pay off.
No drama. It'd be drama if you didn't go for it. If you were that big of a scaredy cat and you didn't want to go for it on 4th down, you need to find some other game to play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The Horned Frogs are marching down the field. Handoff to the lone back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to run for it. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the move, it's Rivero. They'll get down and put a stop for this return. They'll mark it at the 32. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Here's the give off the left side. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 45 on his way. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, running back gets the give. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll do it himself. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
And I just love having a decisive quarterback. Like, give him options, but he makes a decision, sticks his foot in the ground, says, I'm going to get the 1st down, and he gets it.
And the Horned Frogs are threatening on 1st and goal. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. 1st and goal for the offense.
Here we go.
They'll give it to the back. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Snowed under by the defense.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Williams looking for a man. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion.
First down, West Virginia.
To the air on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw it again. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Williams will pass. Gets open down the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They just need inches to convert this third down from the 20, but this might be four-down territory anyway. Nice move to stay on his feet. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You're powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Ball at the 31. Third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, TCU.
The Horned Frogs will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Spits it out to the back. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. Running it back, it's Rivero.
It's never fun as a defense to start in your own territory. They're already in scoring position, already on your side of the 50. It's not fun. Now you got to buckle up them straps, really get things locked and loaded and get focused on what can happen.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse.